Welcome back to week 26 of Friends Around the World. We are going to start with an opening ring, so you can either use the magic circle, or if you prefer, you can chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then slip stitch to that starting stitch or chain to form a ring. We're going to be working a series of 8 double crochet into the ring with a chain 3 picot. So for our first double crochet, we will chain 3, which will act as a double crochet. And then to do the picot, we chain 3 again, and then slip stitching into the top of the double crochet, which in this one is our chain 3, to form the picot. And then into the ring, we will work a double crochet, chain 3, and then this time we'll pick up the front loop of the double crochet we just made plus that side loop and pull through both of those as a slip stitch to form the picot. So we'll continue around. We want a total of 8 double crochet, including our starting one. So this is my number 3. I chained 3 after my double crochet, then put my hook in the front loop and that side loop, pull the yarn through those loops and the loop on the hook. Okay, so you can go around the circle, making a total of 8 of those double crochet with the chain picot, and I'll meet you back here at the end. So you should have a total of those 8 double crochet around, including our first one. And then we will just go to the top of our opening chain 3 and slip stitch to close off round 1. If you started with the magic ring, you can go ahead and tighten up the circle right now. For round 2, we will start where we left off with the chain 1, and then we will single crochet into that same joining stitch and chain 1. And then we'll go around to the next double crochet to work a single crochet in there as well. And as we do that, we'll push these picot to the front to sort of form those petals. So single crochet in the top of the next double crochet, chain 1, and then you can see how that picot has come forward to the front. Single crochet in the double crochet, chain 1, pushing those picots to the front. So you can continue that around, and then we'll join with the slip stitch to our starting single crochet. Okay, when you've reached the end, you can join with the slip stitch, as I said, and then we'll fasten off if you're changing colors. Round 3, we're going to be working 3 half double crochet popcorn in each of the single crochet from round 2. So we can join in the single crochet with a slip stitch, chain 2, which counts as our first half double crochet, or if you prefer, you can start with a standing half double crochet. We'll make 2 more half doubles into that same single crochet. And then to make the popcorn, we take the loop off our hook, insert in the top of the first stitch, put the loop back on our hook and pull it through that first stitch and chain 1 to close. Then we want to chain 1 before going to the next popcorn. You may need to keep that chain 1 loose or change it to a chain 2 if your work is pulling. And then working into the next single crochet, we will make another 3 half double crochet popcorn. And chain 1. And then the next single crochet, we'll just continue to work those popcorns around with the loose chain 1 in between. and remembering that the chain 1 to close the popcorn does not count as a stitch. Close and chain 1. Okay, and as we're working, these little picot from the first round are falling forward to form part of the flower. So when you've worked your way around, you can join to the top of your popcorn with a slip stitch and fasten off. When I join to the popcorn, I like to find what's considered the eye of that popcorn. It's a little bit harder to find on a 3-stitch popcorn than a 5-stitch, but there's sort of a circle created that you join with a slip stitch. Oops. To that, and then you can fasten off. Okay, and you may need to push down that center of your flower to see how the popcorns form around. That'll flatten out as we work around. Round 4, we're going to make 3 double crochet clusters, and we're going to be working into these chain 1 spaces that are in between each of those popcorns, but the chain 1 space that we made in round 2. So to start, I'm going to start with a standing half double crochet. You could join and chain 3 instead of the first. Okay, so inserting in the chain 1 space from round 2 and under the chain space from round 3. We'll pull our yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and we'll leave those 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, insert in that same space, pull the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, so we've got 3 loops on our hook, and one more time, yarn over into that same space, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, so we've got 4 loops left on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, and that is our 3 double crochet cluster. Then we will chain 3. Okay, we're going to skip the popcorn from last round and working into that next chain 1 space from round 2 and under the chain from last round. We will make another 3 double crochet cluster. And chain 3. So we'll continue to make those clusters around. And then once we've worked our way around, we can join to the top of the first cluster with a slip stitch, but do not fasten off. For round 5, we're going to start just right where we had joined with a slip stitch at the end of round 4. And we want to make a single crochet. So I'm going to chain 1 first and single crochet in that same joining stitch at the top of the cluster. Then in the chain 3 space, we are going to make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and a treble in that same space, and 1 more double. And then we want to work into the top of the 3 half double crochet popcorn that we made in round 3. So we're going to yarn over first, insert our hook in the top of that popcorn, and make sure your hook goes under that chain 3 that we're working into. So it goes under the chain 3 from last round to pull the yarn through both of those. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, which completes a half double crochet in the top of the popcorn and around that chain 3 from last round. In the same chain 3 space, we now want to make a double crochet and a treble, and 2 more double crochet. And that forms our first petal. And we'll single crochet in the top of the chain 3 or of the 3 double crochet cluster. So we'll continue to work that sequence around in the next chain space, starting with the first half of the petal. That's the 2 double crochet, treble, double crochet, then the half double crochet in the top of the popcorn, and working your hook under the chain as well. And then in the second part of the chain, we will work double crochet, treble, and 2 more doubles, single crochet in the top of the cluster. When we've worked our way around this round, we can join with a slip stitch to that starting single crochet, and if changing colors, we'll fasten off. For round 6, we are given 2 different options. The first one that I will show you is how to make a leaf as part of this flower. The leaf is optional, so after I have completed, I will show you, come back to round 6 and show you how it looks without the optional leaf. So to start, we are going to look into our previous round. We want the front of our work facing us, but we are going to be working through the back of the stitches. So if you remember, we made that half double crochet in the top of the popcorn. We want to go from side to side under those back loops of that half double crochet. We'll pull the yarn through and complete a single crochet. And then we can start the optional leaf. So for the leaf, we will chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we will work into the very top loop of that single crochet that we just made and that first side loop of it, and make a slip stitch. And we have then formed a ring that we're going to work our stitches into. We'll chain 1, and then inside this ring, so I've sort of flipped the ring over so I can work into it, I'm going to work 2 half double crochet, 1 and 2 half double crochet, a double crochet, followed by a treble. And then we're going to chain 1 and work that as a picot, so using that top loop of the treble and the very first side loop of the treble, insert our hook, pull the yarn through and through the loop on the hook for the chain 1 picot. And then we'll work back into the ring a double crochet and 2 half double crochets. Chain 1, and then in the base of that single crochet we made, we will insert our hook and make another single crochet. And that is our first leaf. Then we will chain 4, 2, 3, 4. And working into that next half double crochet in the top of that next popcorn, we'll go through those bottom 2 loops, pull the yarn through, and then complete a single crochet. Then remember, we'll do the chain 4 and slip stitch in the top loop and the side loop of the single crochet we just made to form our ring. And chain 1, and then we'll make those 2 half double crochet in that ring. Followed by a double crochet, and a treble, chain 1, and then working in the top loop, front loop of the treble and that first side loop. Pull the yarn through those 2 loops and the loop on our hook for that 1 chain picot. Double back in the ring, two half double crochet into the ring, and then in that base of our first single crochet we will make another single crochet, chain 4. Then you would continue to work 6 more petals around. Let me see how I have those 2 petals and how they look from the front side. So you can go ahead and finish round 6 and I'll meet you back at the end of that round. Round 7, working in the chain 4 space between 2 leaves, we will start with 3 double crochet. So you can join with a slip stitch, chain 3 for that first double crochet, and then make 2 more double crochet in that chain space. So we started with 3 double crochet. So now we're going to make a half double crochet into this single crochet that's on the top of the cluster from round 4, so into that single crochet from round 5. So we yarn over, we want to insert in the top of that single crochet and make sure the hook goes under the chain 4 that we're currently working in. Pull up a loop, and then we can yarn over and pull through all 3 to complete our half double crochet. And then in that same chain 4 space we're working into, we're going to place 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. So 3 doubles, a half double crochet that works into the top of the single crochet of the petal and underneath our chain 4 space, and 3 more double crochet in that chain 4 space. Then we will skip the leaf, and starting to work in that next chain 4 space, we'll repeat that of the 3 double crochet in that chain 4 space, half double crochet in the top of the single and under that chain 4 space, and 3 more doubles in that chain 4 space. 1, 2, and 3. We can continue that around. When you've made it around all of the leaves, I'm folding my last leaf forward so I can join with a slip stitch to our starting double crochet to complete round 7. Oops. Okay, we're not going to fasten off right now, we'll just continue from here. So we want to make a half double crochet in each of the stitches around. So our starting half will be a chain 2, and then we'll half in the next 2 double crochet, and then we want to make sure that we make a half double crochet in the half double crochet that we made between the 3 doubles of those petals, and then 3 more double crochet, or 3 more half double crochet in the next 3 double crochet. Okay, we'll continue to do that around. So half double crochet in each of the 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And then half double crochet in that half double, and half double in each of the next 3. So when you've worked your way around, we should have a total of 56 half double crochet. We can go ahead and join to the first half double crochet of the round, but do not fasten off. So round 9, when you're working with the leaves there, we are going to make a half double crochet in 7 stitches. So our first half double crochet is a chain 2, and then in the next 6 stitches we will place 1 half double crochet. So that's a total of 2 halves, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to make a slip stitch into that chain 1 picot at the very top of our leaf. Slip stitch, and then continuing working on the stitches behind, we will half double crochet in each of the next 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then slip stitch into the top of that leaf, and continuing around the next 7 stitches. So that will secure our leaf a little bit flatter so they don't roll up. So you can go around and finish this round. You will have a total of the 56 half double crochet and then 8 slip stitches. Round 6, and I'm showing this example without the leaves. We want to work into the half double crochet that we placed into the popcorn. So we're going to start in the top of that half double crochet with a single crochet. And we will chain 4. And then working around, skipping all the stitches until the next half double crochet, we'll place a single crochet in the top of that half double crochet as well. Okay, we'll just continue that around, chaining 4, single crochet in the top of that half double crochet, and so on. When we've worked our way around, we will join with a slip stitch to the start to the top of our starting single crochet, and do not fasten off. You will find the round cups or pulls a bit. It will work its way out next round. This is what it looks like from the back. You can see those chain 4. For round 7, we're going to slip stitch into this chain 4 space and make 3 double crochet. So our first double crochet will be a chain 3, and we'll make 2 more double crochet in that same space. Then working into the single crochet that's at the top of the cluster, we are going to yarn over, insert our hook through the top of the single crochet and under this chain 4 space from last round, pull the yarn through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. So that's a half double crochet that we made in the top of the single crochet and closing the chain. And then we will continue to work in the same chain. We will work 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. We'll skip the single crochet, and then working into the next chain space, we'll make 3 more double crochet. 1, 2 and 3, and then working that half double crochet in the top of the single crochet and underneath that chain space, and 3 more double crochet in that same chain 4. So you'll continue to work that all the way around. You can push those petals through once you're done working. So I'm just finishing up my final set here of 3 double crochet in that last part after the half double crochet, and 3. So we should have a total of 6 double crochet with the 1 half double crochet times 8, so 56 stitches. We can join to the top of our starting stitch, the chain 3 or the double crochet, but do not fasten off. So you will notice that it does want to cup a fair bit. You'll want to poke the petals through to the front with your finger, and they'll kind of ruffle up as you do that, and then it will lay a little bit flatter, and the next couple rounds will help it flatten out as well. There. For round 8, we want to make a half double crochet in each of the stitches around. So we will chain 2, which will count as our first half double crochet, and then working a half double crochet in each of those next 2 doubles, and then making sure we work a half into the half double as well, and the next 3 doubles. And we'll just continue to work our way around and joining to the top of our chain 2 to finish off this round, but do not fasten off. Round 9, starting from where we fastened or joined last time, we will chain 2, which counts as our first half double crochet, and then half double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for a total of 6 half double crochet. And then we will make 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, 1 and 2. And we'll repeat that 7 more times. So 6 half double crochet, 4, 5, 6 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, when you've worked your way around, you can join with a slip stitch to the starting chain or to the starting half double crochet, and that should be a total of 64 half double crochet for round 9. Then you can go ahead and fasten off. Round 10, we're going to start in the first stitch after the slip stitch that was made in step 2 of round 9. So there's my joining stitch. We want to start in the next stitch with a half double crochet. If you want to slip stitch and chain 2, you may go ahead. I'm starting with a half double crochet, and we want to make a total of 7. So that's 1 for me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then we'll place 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and we'll repeat that 7 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then 2 in the next. And then we need to place a marker in the first half double crochet of the round that we worked. So I'll just place mine now. So we'll go around, and when we get to the end of the round, we'll join with a slip stitch and fasten off, and we should have a total of 72 half double crochet. Round 11, we're going to start with the marked stitch. So we'll join in that round for 5 half double crochet. I'm starting with a standing half double crochet. If you wish to join your new color with a slip stitch and chain 2, that's as fine as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm just going to move the marker up to mark that first stitch that we did. And so after our 5 half double crochet, we're going to make 2 in the next. 1, 2. And then we're going to work 8 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochet in that next stitch. So we will continue to repeat that around the circle with the 8 half double crochet and 2 in the next, and I'll meet you back just a few stitches before the end of the round. Okay, so finishing up this round, I've done my last increase of the 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. Then we should have 3 stitches left before our start. We'll make a half double crochet in each of those 3. And then we can go ahead and join to our starting half double crochet. Just remove that marker for now with a slip stitch to join. And fasten off to complete round 11. We'll mark that first stitch again for next round. We should have 80 stitches around. For round 12, we're going to start with the second stitch from the marked stitch. So here's the first one past the stitch and the second one past the stitch, and we're going to start with a single crochet. So if you prefer, you can join with the slip stitch, chain 1, and then single crochet. We'll make 7 single crochet in the next stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 2 single crochet in the next. And single crochet in the next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 single crochet in the next stitch. And you can repeat that 6 more times with the 9 single crochet and then the 2 in the next, and I will meet you back just before our join. So I have the 2 and the 1 stitch there, and then we single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, joining with the slip stitch to end round 12. We will not fasten off this round, and there should be 88 single crochet. Round 13, we're going to start turning our circle into a square on this round. So we want to slip stitch into the next stitch, from where we'll make a 3 double crochet popcorn a few times in the same stitch. So to make our starting popcorn, we will chain 3 and then make 2 more double crochet in that same stitch. We'll go back and insert our hooks. We'll take the loop off our hook, insert into the top of that chain 3, and then grab that loop and pull it through to close it tight. We'll chain 1 to close the popcorn, but it doesn't count as a stitch. Then we will chain 1. We'll skip 1 stitch and work another 3 double crochet popcorn in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. Take the loop off the hook, insert hook in the top of the first double, put the loop back on the hook, pull through, chain 1 to close. Then we will make another chain 1, skip a stitch, and 1 more 3 double crochet popcorn. 1, 2, and 3. And again, take the loop off, insert in the first double crochet, pull that loop through, chain 1 to close. So that's our first corner with the 3 of the 3 popcorns. 3 double crochet popcorn. We'll chain 1 again, skip a stitch, and half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. And then we'll single crochet in each of the next 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 11. Half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2, chain 1, and we'll skip a stitch, and then we're ready to start our group of 3 popcorns. So in that next stitch after we skip 1, we'll make 3 double crochet, and finish it off as a popcorn, chain 1, skip a stitch, and another 3 double crochet popcorn, chain 1, skip 1 more stitch, and work a 3rd popcorn, and chain 1. Okay, so you can see how we have the group of 3 double crochet popcorn in each of the corner. We chained 1 in between of those and skipping a stitch, and after the last one we skipped a stitch as well, 2 half double crochet, 11 singles, 2 half double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch for our next corner. So we'll continue to repeat that around, and I'll meet you back at the join. Finishing up my 4th side, I just need to make my last half double crochet, so 1 and 2 half double crochet, chain 1, I'll skip the stitch, and then I can slip stitch to the top of our popcorn to complete round 13. So we should have on each side there should be the 3 popcorns, 4 chain spaces, 4 half double crochet, and 11 single crochet. Round 14, we're going to slip stitch into this first chain space, and in the chain spaces we're going to make 3 double crochet popcorns and a chain 1. So we'll chain 3 to start this first popcorn, and 2 more double crochet in that same chain space. Finish off the popcorn and chain 1 as well. Then in the next space we'll make another 3 double crochet popcorn. 1, 2, and 3. And chain 1. Then into the next space, we're going to make a double crochet and 2 half double crochets. And we'll skip this first stitch, which is hidden by the stitches we just made anyways. And we'll half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single crochet in 10. 1, 2, 9, and 10. Then half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Then in this next chain space we will make 2 half double crochet, 1, 2, plus a double crochet, chain 1, which take us to those corner 2 spaces where we will make those 2 popcorn like we started the round. So popcorn, chain 1, popcorn, chain 1, then the double crochet and 2 half double crochets, and working our way around, skipping that first half double crochet as we did. So complete each side like that, and I'll meet you back here just before we join. So finishing up my final side, I've done my 10 single crochet, and I'll make my last 2 half double crochet in those stitches, and then in this chain space 2 half double crochet and a double crochet, chain 1, which should take us to our starting popcorn where we can join with a slip stitch to complete this round. So each side should have a total of 2 popcorns, 3 chain spaces, 2 double crochet, 8 half double crochet, and 10 single crochet. Round 15, we're going to slip stitch into this first chain space again, and we'll make another 3 double crochet popcorn, starting with that chain 3, and 2 more popcorn or 2 more double crochet in that same chain space, and then we'll close off the popcorn and then make a chain 1. And into the next space we're going to make a double crochet and 2 half double crochet, and again we'll skip this first stitch and make a half double crochet in each of the next 2, 1, 2, and then we will single crochet in the next 15 stitches, 1, 2, 14, and 15, half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then in this chain space before the popcorn we'll make 2 half double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, and ready to begin that again with our popcorn in this corner space. Oops. Remember to make that chain 1 after. Start with a double crochet in 2 halves in this chain space, and then skipping that first stitch, half double crochet in the next 2, single crochet in 15, and so on. So you can go ahead and complete the other 3 sides, and I'll meet you back here just before we join. Finishing up my final side, just need to work those 2 half double crochet and the double crochet in that final chain space, chain 1, and then go ahead and join to the top of the popcorn with a slip stitch. So we should have a total of 1 popcorn, 2 chain spaces, 2 double crochet, 8 half double crochet, and 15 single crochet on each side for round 15. Round 16, we're going to start in the top of our popcorn. So we'll make a double crochet. If you wish to join with a slip stitch, chain 3, you may do that. Double crochet, chain 3, and double crochet into the top of that popcorn. And then in this chain space right beside the popcorn, we'll make 2 double crochet, 1, 2 double crochet, and a half double crochet. And we'll skip the first stitch of the side, and then we'll make 24 half double crochet along the side. So that's 3, 4, 5, 23, 24. And then into this chain space, we'll work 1 half double crochet and then 2 double crochet. 1 and 2, which should bring us back to the popcorn stitch. So in the top of the popcorn, we will make that double crochet, chain 3, double crochet. So when you work in the popcorn, when we closed it with the chain 1, it makes sort of like this little eye, we call it. So we work our hook into the top, or that eye of the popcorn, for our double crochet, chain 3, double crochet. To continue to work that pattern around, and then we can join to our starting double crochet. Each side should have a total of 6 double crochet, 26 half double crochet, plus that corner space. Round 18, we're going to start in a corner chain space again with a single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. We'll chain 1, and skipping this first stitch, work a single crochet into the next stitch. And we'll continue that along the side, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet. So you want to be careful if you chain a little bit tightly to keep that chain 1 loose so that it doesn't pull as we work down the side. So each side should have a total of 19 single crochet plus the 18 chain 1 spaces. When we get to the next corner, we should be able to skip this last stitch after our chain 1 before we work the corner. Once we've worked around, we will join with a slip stitch to our starting stitch. Round 19, we will start in the corner chain space again with single crochet, chain 2, single crochet again. Chain 1, we're going to skip the stitch, and into the chain space we will make our single crochet. Chain 1, skip the stitch, single crochet in the chain space. So again, keep those chain 1 a little bit loose so they're not pulling on the side, and we'll continue to work our way down each side with the chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet. So there should be a total of 20 single crochet and 19 chain 1 spaces this round. Round 20, we will start in the corner chain again with a half double crochet, chain 3, and 1 more half double crochet. So we'll skip the stitches and we're just working into our chain spaces, and we'll work 2 half double crochet in each of the chain spaces around. So skipping the single crochet and just working into the chain spaces, 2 half double crochet, and our corners with the half double crochet, chain 3 half double crochet. So each side should have a total of 40 half double crochet plus the corner space. And then you can join to the beginning stitch and fasten off to complete round 20. Round 20 complete and our square for this week. See you back next time.